combine with this young man, Keon Coleman, right here. You know, this boy played at Florida State. You know, I played at Miami. That Florida ball is a different kind of ball. My boy Said, who y'all see me messing with all the time, told me to make sure I look in on him. So Said, I'm looking in on him. Jerry Jones. You know the CD Lamb cousin?
Jerry,
I didn't know y'all cousins.
Yeah, me from Appaloosa.
Cousins. Sure enough, it'd be nice to have cousins catching passes for the Dallas Cowboys. You know what it'd be like what the Dallas Cowboys America's team?
Willing to find out.
That's what I want to hear right there. Look how big this dude is. This dude bigger than me. We need a big receiver like this. You look so good with that star on his helmet, man. Come on, Jerry Jones. Y'all stop messing around. This is what we need right here, this big fella.
Yes, sir.
What is up, all my NFL draft fans? It's your boy J Tuck, and yo, on this channel, y'all, we are about to do a sprint, man. So I'm gonna drop banger after banger after banger. So we are about to sprint all the way until draft season. So pretty much videos are going to drop daily. So definitely turn on that notification bell so you do not miss out. So today, I want to talk about one of my favorite prospects. Y'all know I'm a no, right? That's Keon Coleman, wide receiver out of the University of Florida State. And I see a lot of Cowboy fans are starting to talk about Keon Coleman. 6'3", 215 pounds. Now, I know the knock on him right now is because he ran a 4.6 in the combine, but y'all know on this channel, we just don't go off of underwear Olympic numbers. We want to check the film, but he had a 38-inch vertical. He is a former basketball player, so he played at Michigan State under Tom Izzo, which is a blue blood school. So that's not something you just easily kind of do, right? But then he transferred for the University of Florida State last year and had a phenomenal season, which should have been a national championship run. But when you look at Keon Coleman, he does a lot of things. And for the Cowboys standpoint, I think he's going to help a lot. Now, I did not know this, but come to find out, he is cousins of CeeDee Lamb. So maybe there's can be some symmetry when it comes to having Keon Coleman and CeeDee Lamb represent the star. But when you watch this very first play here, what I want to simply show is that he has some versatility. So I think that a lot of people think he's just an X guy, which is an outside wide receiver, but he played in the slot a lot. He had like over 122 snaps in the slot. So he's versatile, which is what the Cowboys like when it comes to their wide receiver core. But this play right here, really not much going on. I just want to kind of show where he lined up for the University of Florida State. So he has that ability to slide inside and outside alongside with CeeDee Lamb, because even though CeeDee Lamb plays in the slot, he's almost a coin flip as well. So you want to get a guy that can kind of do both, and Keon Coleman is definitely that prospect that can kind of give you that flexibility with 119 slot snaps this past season for Florida State. Didn't do it much while he played for Michigan State, but still had a highly productive year. Now on this play right here, you'll see him go into motion, and he's going to run a simple corner route. Now, I think this is the knock when it comes to Keon Coleman, and rightfully so, right? He doesn't run the crispiest routes in coming out of his break, so he's not really a router. So if you want your underneath route guy, he's really not that. Now, I will say that he drastically improved throughout the season, but you'll watch on this corner route, even though he comes off the line of scrimmage, he has good explosiveness. Just with that 6'3", 6'4" frame, sometimes he just doesn't bend his hips a little bit and doesn't run the cleanest, crispest routes. But even with that, on this corner route, Jordan Travis needs to just place his ball out towards the boundary, as we always say, right? And it's wide open, but he kind of threw it behind him, right? So Keon had to come back and kind of make a play on it. And I think this was ultimately a penalty. But I think that's the concern for a lot of scouts. It's like, will he be able to separate? But what we'll see in the film here is that there wasn't a lot of opportunity for him to really separate due to some of the play calling and the tendencies when it comes to the University of Florida State when it comes to their offense. Now, this is what you're going to pretty much pay money for, is that you have to just get the ball in his hands and let him be a playmaker. So it's going to be a simple in route here. Breaks the tackle, and he's off to the races. And a lot of people don't understand. Like I said, a lot of people are talking about that 4.6 Tuck. He ran a 4.6 combine, 4.6 combine. Well, he was a punt returner for Florida State as well. You know, go watch the University of Miami game. Like, he definitely has some wiggle in his game. So don't let those combine numbers fool you. But when it comes to Keon, like I said, he is definitely going to be one of those wide receivers. You just have to get the ball in his hands. And once he gets the ball in his hands, he can definitely make things happen. He is a playmaker, and I think that's going to continue at the NFL level. racks, big money. This is a fun game. This was his very first game for Florida State versus LSU. This was a big game. I should have went. I don't know why I didn't go. So let's play right here. You're going to see him go into motion. And once again, kind of just watching his leverage, still kind of high coming out of his breaks, right? But even with that, Jordan Travis looking front side. But if he could have got backside right there, Keon had probably had another big play, but he kind of got rid of it a little early. In some of these opportunities, like I said, I love Jordan Travis, but Jordan Travis was still kind of developing as a quarterback because he was kind of a one read, take off and run kind of quarterback. So there's a lot of opportunities with Keon Coleman that he really missed. And also, people got to remember, like we also had Johnny Wilson out there, who was pretty much our primary target for his past seasons. And then you also had Trey Benson and Jaheim Bell, and the list goes on and on. So I think earlier in the season, Keon was just a guy that was just going to fit into our offense, even though he had 3 touchdowns his first game. And I think something clicked with Mike Norvell. Was like, nah, he's going to be more than just a guy. He is going to be a weapon. And you see Keon really grow throughout the season. But the one thing you really like about when it comes to Keon Coleman, he has very secure hands and he's great at locating the ball. And you'll see that on this play right here. Once again, he's lined up inside. And this is where his money is at. This is the showtime that everybody comes to see. It's just, listen, my wide receiver is better than your corner. I'm going to put the ball up. He's a basketball player. And we're going to go put the ball up in the air. And he's going to come down with it and dunk on your corners and your safeties. And that was pretty much the thought process when it comes to Jordan Travis. And we'll see in this film, session, like there's a lot of just 50-50 jump balls, and rightfully so, right? You had 6'7" on one side, 6'4" on the other side. You know what? I'm just going to sit back, press square, and he's going to go get it and make a play. And that's what Keon Coleman, I think, will be great at the next level, and especially for the Dallas Cowboys, because there's talks about, moving on from Michael Gallup. We're going to have to fill this void. And this is definitely a guy that can step right in, those back shoulder fades that we all love for Michael Gallup, that can simply go up in the red zone and go make a play on it. But he also gives you a little bit more than Michael Gallup will give you as far as burst, right? You'll see right here in the screen game, simple screen, falling forward, moving forward. And they gave him a lot of screens at Florida State. So pretty much his route tree, because I know a lot of people talk about his route tree, slants, hitches, screens, and goes, right? And that's pretty much Michael Gallup's route tree as well. But I think we'll see here, like you could have used him a lot more like in crossing routes and deep crosses and different things like that. Now, is he a fully developed route runner? Absolutely not. But you got to understand, like CeeDee Lamb wasn't a fully developed route runner either, but he grew over time. And I think the same thing will be with Keon Coleman. Once again, just to be able to locate the ball in traffic, this is a phenomenal job. I still don't know how he caught this ball, right? But look how he has his corner draped all over him. And bam. Soft hands, man. The kid has hands of pillows. Like I said, he only had 2 drops his entire season last year. So he's very reliable. If the ball is in his catch radius and he has a great catch radius, more than likely he's coming down with it. He's coming down with it. And that's something I definitely like when it comes to Keon Coleman, because if you were to put him with the quarterback, and I love Jordan Travis, right? But I'm not going to say he's Dak Prescott. If you put him with the quarterback of Dak Prescott, who's fully developed and really knows how to put that on the dot, you know what I'm saying? Keon Coleman's going to have a field day, and he's going to be a guy that can really go out there and stretch the field alongside CeeDee Lamb and also Brandon Cooks, but not just from a Cowboys standpoint. I think it's going to be good for any NFL team. On this play right here, trying to see some of that versatility. It's a simple underneath play. And like I said, Florida State used him a lot of different ways in their offense. They just want to get him the ball and let him go out there and be a playmaker. Like I said, falling forward, getting the extra yards. And then once again, right, this is where that money resides. Big on big, one-on-one. Get dunked on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's Jordan Travis. That's what Jordan Travis was doing, bro. Like I had 6'7", 6'4". As soon as I see one-on-one, it was a back shoulder fade. I'm putting up for one of my guys to go up there and make a play. And you see the separation, right? Not getting disrupted by the physicality. Going up there, making a play, getting feet in bounds, NFL level, both feet, both of them things in bounds. That's a big play, big money right there. Now on this next play, this ain't got nothing to do with Keon Coleman, but salute to my guys, Brian Broadus and also David Hellman. I just want to play this clip for them. I just want to play this clip for all my LSU fans watching this, man, because we went out there and punched LSU in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because they got Neighbors and they got Brian Thomas and Jaden Daniels, and they think they're the DBU. And I just want to play this clip for them. And now I want to transition over to another game. This was the Clemson game, and I felt like this really shows his growth throughout the season. So if you just watch it, just play through natural speed, now you see his cuts are sharper. Now you see his speed is a little bit revved up. And I think that was just the confidence boost of Mike Norvell saying, nah, you are that guy when it comes to our offense. And so you saw a different pep in his step. Also in run blocking, now he isn't the best run blocker, but you saw a little bit more willingness in the run game as well with Keon Coleman. So I feel like he started to grow a little bit and really felt like, nah, I belong out here at Florida State and I'm really that guy. And then once again, like I said, you'll be able to see some of that physicality in this game. There's a little bit more attitude now when it comes to him, you know what I'm saying, to be able to push this corner off and get to this out route. There's a little bit more physicality, a little bit more toughness. So he's growing. And, you know, I know a lot of the tea leaves or him and the Cowboys are starting to fall in the sink because, you know, he's CeeDee Lamb's cousin. Michael Irvin spoke very highly about him. He's training with our guy D-Rob in Dallas, who trains a lot of Cowboys wide receivers. So there are some connections, but y'all know I'm not going to get excited about that because y'all know how they do my nose, right? But on this play right here, this is some of that deep crosser that I was talking about. Is that I would like to see him just evolve more. This is not the deep crosser. This is the play where he was dead wide open, right? So he's able to get off the stack. He's wide open, like JT, bro. It's right there. So Jordan Travis is going to throw in all this traffic, and you had Keon wide open, right? So those are some of those missed opportunities that he had last year where he really could have put up some of those godly numbers. I know a lot of people talk about his numbers. On this play is going to simulate the screen because he got a lot of screen opportunities. Clemson's going to jump on it. Nope. Got you, bro. Boom. Touchdown in the end zone. Let's go, Knowles. And then some of these plays right here, I just want to show, this was that deep crossing route against the zone. And this is versus Nate Wiggins, who's pretty much one of the best corners in this year's draft, right? But they're in the zone, right? You know, show him kind of bursting off the line of scrimmage, not giving up on the play. Because, right, honestly, Jordan Travis could have probably hit him right there, right? But he's going to continue to run across field, continue to run across field. And if Jordan would just put this up a little bit, he probably could have turned and ran to the end zone, right? But once again, he had to kind of slowly like stop his momentum, kind of come back, but was still able to make a play. So like I said, there was a lot of missed opportunities just from Jordan Travis's standpoint. And this is what I want to show, right? You know, because a lot of people talk about the separation. Like, is he able to stack corners at the NFL level? Now, it really kind of depends, right? Because he really didn't get a lot of physical man press. And a lot of college teams really don't do that. But right here, I feel like he's stacked on number 10, this corner. But once again, he's happened to slow everything down and kind of just track the ball and didn't get that opportunity. So I feel like some corners he might win that against. I'm not sure, like, you know, how is he really going to fare versus people's going to get up in his, you know, grill a little bit. But once again, he kind of comes in motion on this wheel route. And honestly, Jordan Travis is, like I said, he's just pressing X, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not much you can really do. So a lot of people like put these knocks on Keon, like, oh, he can't separate. I'm like, bro, they're literally just tossing him, you know, alley-oops and saying, go get it. And you'll see, like, in these next like 4 to 5 clips, there's an alley-oop right there. Okay. Missed opportunity. Okay. Boom. You'll see on this play right here, another alley-oop, just go get it. And there's traffic, right? So I'm like, there's not much he can really do as far as that's concerned. Jordan Travis is just putting the ball up in trouble and saying, like, bro, go get it. Like, you're not going to be able to make all those plays. But why is Jordan Travis doing that? Because he knows at the end of the day, there's going to be opportunity for my big playmaker wide receiver. And if I get one-on-one, he's going to come down with one of them, which you'll see right here in the end zone. One-handed grab. GG's in the chat. Florida State beats Clemson for the first time since I don't know when, and I'm at the sports bar going crazy, man. So that's it, man. That's Keon Coleman, one of my favorite wide receivers in this year's class. Honestly, I would say he'll probably be a day 2 prospect. If he's there at 56, you definitely have to grab him. I think his combine numbers is going to slide him a little bit, but I'm not too concerned. But ultimately, this will be a great addition for the Dallas Cowboys to add alongside CeeDee Lamb. It's your boy J Tuck. Comment, like, subscribe. If you love draft content, I got more there. So make sure you turn that notification bell so you do not miss out. I want everyone to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged, and go Noles. Peace.